Hey everyone, welcome back to Farming Simulator 25. We're continuing our playthrough on the Riverbend Springs map. In the previous video, we were doing lots of stuff with our animals. We put down a new greenhouse and had that distributing stuff to the bakery, getting ready to potentially make cakes. And yeah, we were on this screen last week. I'm just doing this back-to-back video, so we were going to pay off some of our loan, and my head's in the way, but if I get it out of the way, you'll see we are 430,000 in debt. So definitely not as bad as my other map, the Huton Pantai. Jesus, I've forgotten how to say the name now. Yeah, which is massively in debt. So we did sell some products, some cheese and some bottled goat's milk. So let's pay a bit off. We'll just get just under 100,000. So, okay, we owe 300,000 now. So we're getting there. Getting there debt free. And then what we'll do is we'll go back into debt. No, I don't know what we'll do. Yeah. What we need to do now is probably look at some field work, because we've done all the other stuffing around, I think, or most of it. Okay, so the grass. Okay, this is where it's going to get a little bit tricky. All right, so corn, definitely we can harvest that. These grass ones, we need to check that. We've also got a ton of weeds on these fields, which I had just planted last month. So barley and wheat. So we need to weed that. And we're probably going to need to fertilize. Yes. They're all second fertilized. These two are not. So we'll need fertilize on that. Which we could look at the slurry to use, because we have a lot of slurry at the moment. Yeah, that looks a lot thicker. It doesn't say it's any different though. Still says 72% yield, 50%. Okay, can I... Oh, I'll see what's for sale. Nothing. I want to get rid of that stupid marker. Hang on. Get off. Get rid of the marker. There we go. Yeah, it doesn't look any different, so I'm not really... I mean, it does look a little bit thicker. I wish it told you... Like, I wish it gave you an indication of whether it is fully matured or not. I don't know if that's the right term for it, but... There's our corn. Where's the actual corn? There they are. Yeah, that's the corn. Looking like corn. Well, looking like flat corn, but you know. Can't expect everything to be fully detailed. See, now does the other one look thicker than that? I think it does. We've got a tape measure. Can I measure the length of the grass? I can't even... Nice, I can. I can get down low. How does it look third person? So what is that? Oh, see, it depends where you stand. Some of it's almost at the kneecap. If I squat, just covers... Okay, if I go back to the other one. Oh, they do look a little bit taller. It's just that so does the weeds and the grass. Definitely looks thicker. Yeah. I mean, yeah, okay, that is like over knee high. Yeah, okay, so there's definitely a difference in height of the grass now. Yeah, okay, so I'd say you should wait the extra month now. Alright, let's get out of that. So these two are ready though. I think, because this one was the same time. I mean, hopefully going forward, if I do any more grass, they'll all be at the same time. So I'll know for sure that they're all ready at the same time. So all I have to remember is that as soon as it says it's ready to harvest, we need to wait 1 more month to get maximum yield. Now, the only time I might not is if I really need to empty the field. So what do we want to do first? I know. Let's do something slightly more interesting. Let's do some corn. That was a very abrupt drop the thing. Where did I hide my corn header? There it is. So when we get debt free, or at some point in time, because we could always just go, you know what, who cares about being debt free? Even if we have a loan forever. You know, as long as it's sustainable. I mean, I prefer to be debt free, but I want to get a bigger harvester. And I want to own the potato harvester. Because at the moment we have to lease that every time I want to do the potatoes. Alright, so let's put that down. Let's turn her on. And let's go harvesting. I don't. Yeah, I don't think corn has a straw thing, does it? Wrong one. No. Makes sense, not very strawy. Now this corn's got to be just put straight into the thing for the pigs, that's all it's for. Now here's an interesting thought. So this machine here, when we do corn, we obviously get corn kernels. Do they have a machine? Or does it have to be done by hand to get corn on the cob? You can obviously buy it in the shop. But that's not something that I know of that you can do in the game. Not that I want to, but I was just curious. going to get a worker on this. I think I've done enough for now. Because what we're going to do is probably get started. Okay, I thought I was disconnected from that, but that's fine. We should get the weeding done. And I guess the fertilizing. Well, then we got to mow too, so yeah. Lot to do. I think I'm going to buy a new harvester before our next big harvest. Not going to bother now because it's just the corn. But we'll have to remember we have to buy a bigger corn header too if we're going to do it properly. Now we could put it under financing. I'll have to think about that. But definitely do it. I don't see the point in waiting. Not now that most things are pretty comfortable. We've bought most of the productions. Well, we've probably bought all the productions we want to do. And now it's just a matter of just continually going. And if we can harvest a lot quicker, then we can just push through the months a lot quicker as well. I enjoy the weeding. It's nice and fast. It's soothing. Seeing all that crap just get ripped out of the ground and disappear. Nice clean crops. I mean, I also like harvesting the corn. That's a good thing as well. Or harvesting anything really. Anything where you sort of see major change in the actual crops, like, you know, the crops disappearing or the weeds disappearing and that sort of stuff. You know, churning through the wheat with your harvester. It's all very soothing, I find. Oh, bloody hell. Missing all the weeds. Why would I miss the message to say it was full? I probably did. Sure is. We probably won't be able to empty it either. So we'll take this up and empty this. We'll get what we can out of it so they can get moving again. Alright, back to the weeds. Jeez, those birds looked huge for a minute there. Oh, they must be ducks or something. Alright, let's go get this other field done. It's a tricky corner, this one. Don't know why, but you have to do it manually. The GPS just doesn't really follow it properly. Did I miss the full message again, or I saw the 80%. No, we might as well just get this finished. Alright, let's put this away. Let's go find or check our corn thing. Yep, clearly I missed the message. Too far. Alright, let's get the slurry tanker. Oh shit. What the hell? Okay. It didn't stop turning. Because I'm assuming that now they're weeded, yet they need to be fertilized. Now, is that automatically on? I never remember. Yes. Okay, it looks like the corn's finished. Wait, what? Oh, we missed a bit? Well, hopefully we get to the end because it's going to be annoying. I don't know if we did. We'll have to check the map. Alright, we'll get you filling up. Alright, let's empty this, we'll put the harvester away, and then we'll get back onto the slurry again. Now we're going to have to cultivate that cornfield, assuming we're not planting anything else there, because our corn planter is not direct drill, so I'm pretty sure that was the mistake I made last time. I thought it was, and then it turned out it wasn't. Now, let me just check. It can hold 300,000 litres of corn, and that's not much. So we could get a lot more cornfields. Yeah. I'd suggest the bigger harvester first, because more fields means more time harvesting, and the bigger the harvester, the quicker that can be. I'd be definitely up for more cornfields. So yeah, I guess that'll be the plan, is a bigger harvester and more fields. I'm just going to leave you there, because if we're going to sell you next one, I want to remember to sell the corn header first, and then it didn't quite get there, and we missed a line. Hang on, so where? No. Yeah, I think I'm getting confused, because I was probably supposed to do another headland, and I didn't. So the end of the line, the vertical line, is not where I need to stop. Okay, one more bit. Still got the other field, but I'll do that between videos. Excuse me? Did I not have that down? What? Oh, it just didn't update. Oh, thank God for that. Jesus, I thought I hadn't done it. Alright, we'll fill that up. Ready for the next field. And we're going to call it there for this video. So, as I said, in between videos, I'll do the other field. We'll keep pushing forward, little bits and pieces. Maybe in the next video, we'll come back and I'll see about buying new fields, more for corn and that. Depends when we're going to plant. Because when does corn... Corn is in April. I've got to cultivate the field. So we've got till April. But we should probably definitely look at that. That is something we should look at because it's not really much corn when you look at it from the perspective of the pigs anyway. And yeah, we'll keep doing that sort of stuff. I've got to mow the grass, get that done. I think we mostly need hay. I think we've got a ton of silage and straw. But we need hay. We've run out of hay. So I'll probably do all of that in hay at this time. Which is fun because that's all the tedding, windrowing, everything. And yeah. And at some point we'll come back and buy a new harvester as well with the headers. And I'll keep pushing forward with the playground. Getting all the wood beams to them. And everything else. And... yeah, and at some point we've got to put down some sugar cane and see if we can get some sugar to make some cakes. If you have any thoughts, opinions on the farm, tips, tricks, advice, anything you want to see on there, do let me know. And if you're enjoying the content, please do consider subscribing, hit that like button, and check out the membership join button if you want to support the channel further and get early access to these videos. Say hi in the comments, let me know you're watching. I read all the comments, answer them all as soon as I possibly can. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.